SoundCloud music.
You're damn right. It's another episode of The Jig Is Up. Trying to find a new intro because sometimes I get tired of saying the same fucking thing for 162 times. Wait, that was weak. Let's do that again. For our Toronto listeners out there, congratulations. But you know me, I'm your host, Marco, and I'm with...
It's your guy, I'm Easy.
It's your girl, Miss Nessa, a.k.a. Blaze, your mommy.
And we have... What's up, Easy? We got both of our girlfriends here.
Yeah.
Both of our girlfriends on the show.
Yep.
Would you lovely ladies like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Olivia. Liv.
Can you speak closer to the mic?
Olivia.
There
Liv.
you go.
Hello, I'm Dauche.
Oh, I'm Dauche.
Aw, girlfriends.
All right.
Single and alone.
Goddamn fifth wheeler.
Always got to be the fifth wheel.
She said single and alone, Marco.
Single and alone.
Can we confirm that is false?
Ding.
It's like, yeah, you're single. That other part, though?
Yeah.
You can't be single with a whole basketball team.
If only that were true.
Yeah, okay.
I'm working on my roster now.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Free
man.
agency is a motherfucker.
Fraud, it's a fraud, it's a fraud.
Wow.
We don't believe you. We need more people.
Oh, you ready.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, board ready.
Yeah, we ready to go in. Fuck you, Kmart. I got this board shit on lock.
Oh,
That's my nigga, though.
Between his
It's
new,
friendly
Shots.
competition
between,
and not.
That's stupid.
between his new soundboard and between Mark's new toys, this is gonna be an interesting night.
It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit.
Oh my god!
Look at Dasha's face.
Wow.
All right. Anyway, announcements. All right, announcements.
Let's hear it.
August 25th, of course, is the Barber Fest hosted by Kay, the barber of K Cuts Barbershop, at the Fair of 44 on a Sunday. There will be free haircuts. There will be backpacks for the kids and with school supplies. So, before they go back to school. If you would like to have more information, you could call them at area code 619-582-5889. Once again, that's 619-582-5889. Also, if any barber wants to fade, a.k.a. join the competition.
That's stupid.
Promoting violence.
Hey, it's that double entendre. Don't even ask me how. Go and hit up the website, sdbarberfest.com, to go ahead and register. And go ahead and show your skills, your tapers, the parts, the fades, all that good stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited about it. And you think we should have a meet and greet? If we're rolling like that,
Yeah,
just
why
have
not?
we should have a designated time for meet and greet.
What?
Like, if we're rolling like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, a meet and greet at a certain time. We should do that. We should, agree on a meet and greet.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Shit, we out here. Hottest podcast in San Diego. Damn it. All right. Other announcement. Sydney, Australia.
Yeah.
That's where we going, babe?
Yeah, that's where we're going. Down under.
Down under, mate.
The down under.
We're gonna
Out
be
the South can go.
before we hit Antarctica.
Antarctica.
Yeah, that's some scary shit. I just watched Godzilla, the new one. I don't know.
Was it good?
It was a good monster fight. If you want to see monsters fight, that's what you want to see. But all that human shit they trying to get you invested in, I'm like, all right, man, that shit's for the birds. Nigga. I just want to see Godzilla kill some other monsters. All right,
Right, get to the monsters.
get to the monsters. All right, but the main event, I got two major announcements. Which one should I go first?
The old one.
I'll go with the one that's closer than the one that's further away. All right. First announcement. All right. For the longest time, I've always, before I even started podcasting, I always wanted to be a panelist for an event. And I will have to give a shout out to my guy Demetrius Green for making this happen. I am going to be a panelist for the Heroes at the Mic panel for Comic-Con.
Hey.
Congratulations. You need to hit the soundboard. You playing. Hey. That's what's up. Congratulations.
Right. What the fuck? That's exactly what we was talking about before we started the podcast.
You hear me? Your boy's a panelist.
That's what's up.
About to talk some geek shit too.
Now, if they have any extra seats,
I'm ready to try.
You do need a pass.
Yeah.
You do need a pass. But I could probably get a plus one if they could be my photographer. My personal photographer for the day. Like really, like you gotta take some pictures. And this crazy thing,
I got a camera.
and the crazy thing is, bruh, like not the program participant pass, dude. I have fucking preview night all the way through Sunday.
That's tight. How the fuck?
A nigga never had preview night in his life.
Straight up, that's tight.
Yo,
Dude,
that's what's
I was
up.
stoked.
Oh,
And
look at your girl. I'm proud. Look at her.
I'm trying to be a fangirl.
Aww.
I get to talk geek shit. So, I'll be the only black
You're not
dude on
just
there.
At the Comic-Con, you're on a panel.
I'll be the
my nigga.
black dude on the panel, but there's going to be
That's
women.
fucking
There's
dope.
going to be, I think it was another Asian guy, and the guy Neil. Shout out to him because he made it happen. When I looked at him, he reminds me of George R.R. Martin. I showed a picture of him to live. So, but yeah, like he's into filmmaking, podcasts, and everything
Hello.
as well. So. Yo, like I said, I couldn't believe it. Like I was like, yo, I'm a panelist at Comic-Con. Like that's something I always said that I wanted to do.
Yeah, that's dope.
So,
That is dope as fuck.
all right.
Congratulations.
Thank
It's
you.
crazy. We were
Yes.
talking about that.
Friday,
Yeah.
July 19th. Get your Comic-Con passes. I hope you have them, cause that's where I'll be, at the Central Library,
Central Library.
on a Friday, 4 p.m.
That's dope as fuck.
Yeah. Now, I got another.
Dun, dun,
They just hit me up. I just received the email. It says, "Hi Marcus, Jared from Podcast Movement here. I have great news. You were selected as a winner for a scholarship to Podcast Movement 2019 in Orlando."
Hey.
What?
And that was the thing that you had sent, right? Didn't you send
Yeah.
like a... That's what's up.
So what does that mean? The review committee has chosen to award you a Standard Plus registration pass to PM19. This will get you the access to every session, and you will get to have video recordings every session after the event. You won't miss a thing. I was like,
Ooh, that's
holy
what's up.
shit! And that's in Orlando.
Yes. What does that mean though?
That means
You're going to Orlando?
that means
We going to Orlando?
Them Sky Miles?
Can I borrow your Sky Miles?
No, what does it mean? I don't know.
That means that I've been selected on there because going to Podcast Movement is very expensive. Like
What
the
is
tickets.
podcast?
Yeah, it's like
It's
500.
it's like
something.
Comic-Con of podcasting. Yeah.
When is it?
It is on August. So I don't even know how I'm gonna get these days off.
I
Hey, you gonna make it happen.
August 13th through
That'll make that
16th.
shit happen.
Still on break.
Somebody sick?
Yeah, August.
I'm still on summer break.
Yeah.
She said, "Motherfucker, we going." That's what that means.
That's if you want to use them. Hey, I'm not gonna tell her what to do with her Sky Miles. I can just ask, be very charming, and be very persuasive. But yeah, that's the good news.
She gonna have a whole list. No, just playing.
August 13th through the 16th.
So it's like a Comic-Con for podcasting. And they
Yes.
invited you out there.
Yeah, on their scholarship program because they know that it's very expensive to get in there.
So basically, they're paying for your entry.
Yes.
That shit's like $500 something dollars.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I just have to cover like
Getting there. and
eating.
hotel.
Yeah.
So they're covering your entry. That's cool.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk
said
about
we'll
it.
talk about it later.
Good news.
So I had
Straight up.
I love the vibe.
yeah. I was like, yo. Now if Van Lathan just hit me back and say I'll
That's
be
what
on
I
the
thought it
podcast,
was. That's what I thought.
you
it
know,
was.
things would be pretty dope. But you know, I could just give myself an applause for that. You know.
Sure.
Yeah, so that was the good news for me, but I don't want to sound selfish or self-centered. So anyone have any other good news? Anyone had a lit Father's Day weekend?
I don't think there's any fathers in here.
I mean, like celebrating with everyone's
celebrated
respect for Father's Day, you know?
I did. I celebrated my father and my brother.
Yeah, you went to Sucker Free,
we went
right?
to Sucker Free. We did.
Yeah?
Yeah. They had it was their first time there. But my father is from Michigan, but his family's from the South. So
They're from Louisiana.
Mississippi.
Mississippi?
Yeah.
But you mentioned Louisiana before, too. No?
But yeah, we had a good time. They enjoyed the food.
What'd you order?
I got the Mac flight.
Hey, that's like the only thing that I order. I'm sure the other food is good, but that's like my go-to.
Yeah, I got that and 2-piece chicken and the turkey collard greens. But we had a lot of food.
All right.
I didn't do anything. My daddy's in New York, and I have no children, so yeah. I literally yesterday was just like a chill day for
Well,
me.
you were trying to have a Father's Day? I was like, you have
No,
no
I was-
children?
No, I was just saying, like,
To celebrate.
yeah,
To celebrate?
Daddy.
No baby daddy to
no baby daddy,
no baby daddy to like trash him and say Happy Mother's Day and Father's Day to me.
Wow.
That's a negative.
No, we ain't going there. Actually, I seen less of that this year. That's a good thing. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Well, I went to see my father at home, and it's the first time going there where the nest is empty. My brother just went to boot camp. I'm out the house as well. So like the man looks very, very peaceful for the first time in a long time. I tend to keep it that way. You know, let's just have him and my mom just have the house to themselves. And Diva, the dog, of course, the little Pomeranian. Yeah. All right. I do want to get on my sports bags real quick. Any guys, any thoughts on the NBA finals? Are you guys happy for Toronto?
It's bittersweet.
It's bittersweet.
Yeah. And I feel like it's because it's dope to see a new team win, the underdog, so to speak. But at the same time, and I love me some Drake, but I'm just like, I don't know if I'm ready for his trolling. And his ass gonna drop a whole ass album.
I mean, he dropped 2 tracks already.
2 tracks,
Really?
and as soon as the game was done, he already announced that shit. And next thing he gonna
I like
drop
the
a
song
whole
he
ass
had with Ross. I fucks with that one.
I haven't even heard it yet.
You haven't even heard it yet? I would play, but I'm not trying to get copyright strikes.
Yeah,
on it.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Nope.
I don't
do it.
follow sports, but Toronto's, how are they? They're not even, they're Canada.
Well,
How are they? I don't understand.
well, that's the
They're
thing
US.
about the NBA and the NFL. They're going for expansions. So I mean, North America. I mean, see, this where Canadians.
Plus, they played a part in starting the NBA.
Yeah.
So.
They what?
They played a part in starting the NBA. So, because, if we go ahead and try to play that Drake right now, shit, Young Money would come at us like, nah, their lawyers would be, nope. Let's see what else. My thoughts on Kawhi. And I will say I will have to put him on a higher regard than KD and LeBron. Here's my reason. The man is a 2-time MVP, finals MVP, not a regular season MVP, and a 2-time champion. He did it in 2 different conferences, and he did it his way. He bet on himself. When he got hurt in the Western Conference Finals against Golden State, team that he was single-handedly whooping their ass by themselves with KD on the floor. He after he got injured, he wasn't feeling well. The Spurs will say that he will come back at a certain time. He can play. Kawhi was like, nah, I don't feel good. I'm not even 100%. His uncle told him to sit his ass down and don't do nothing until you're really 100%.
He listened to his body.
He listened to his body.
Athletes don't.
Because they feel the pressure from the teammates, teammates, coaches, the organization. Like, come on, man. Like, we really miss you, man. We need your presence.
That's why KD got hurt again.
And it was so fucked up how the Spurs, Parker, Ginobili, were just going in on him. He couldn't defend himself, and he just took it. He ate all of that. Plus, no shade to KD. The man, Kawhi, is a 2-time NBA champion without jumping into a 73-19 to do it.
That's real.
Sorry. I mean,
and that's no shade?
That's a shade.
That's no shade to KD.
That's a shade, no shade.
But I'm about to offend you.
All due respect. But no, get well soon, KD, because I saw that Achilles popping. That looked nasty. And, for KD, he got options. He could either, take the option. He could opt in if you want to and just, like, chill in Golden State, or just get the money and still chill for a whole year. But and as for LeBron, LeBron always needs somebody. He traded a whole house for AD. He just basically he channeled MJ. He said, "Fuck them kids."
Straight up.
He was like, "Fuck them kids." Like, god damn, like you. But I understand, Bron's trying to win now. He's gonna be like 35 years old. He needs a player like AD to extend his career. Now, the whole argument about who's more durable than whom, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that argument. I leave that up for the NOLA fans and the Laker fans to go at it. But I will say that LeVar Ball is always hilarious when it comes to this shit.
Right.
LeVar Ball had to go mouth off and said the Lakers would never win a championship. You hear that, Nessa? LeVar Ball said the Lakers would never win a championship for trading.
LeVar Ball says a lot of shit.
Oh, and ESPN was petty during First Take. They were showing all of Lonzo's highlights and him breaking and missing the shots, talking about his shooting form and all that shit. I mean, they were just going the fuck in.
Oh, so they forgot to mention how the impact he made when he was on the court with LeBron. How they were winning all the games, and then
no, LeVar,
LeVar,
LeVar.
I'm talking about ESPN.
ESPN, nah, of course.
They was praising him when he was on the court, playing with LeBron because he was a big defensive impact. So
yeah,
I think it's more so like towards dad.
They're doing that.
Yeah, but the player getting the butt into that ultimately. So I'm
That's
like,
true.
Yeah,
they should have just did highlights of his dad talking shit.
Oh man, the NBA, the year is finally over. But one more warm up thing, and I think this is the realm of music. Dauche, tell us what the vibes are. What's the vibes? She's like, what's the vibes?
Excuse me.
Go ahead, Dave. Tell them what's the
I'm
vibes.
sorry.
What you listening to?
What am I listening to?
Yeah.
Damn. Honestly,
Summer.
I've been listening to a lot of old stuff. If you ask Mark, M-Easy, what I'm listening to. Matter of fact, you go ahead and tell them one person that I
Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, a lot of Nip.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Nip. I've been listening to Crenshaw, Mailbox Music. I'll go back and forth between those two albums. Sometimes I hit the marathon. Then I'll go back to Victory Lap.
Everything.
Sloss and Boys here and there. Hear Mitchie Slick on the track.
Other than that,
She be playing songs he's featured on. I'm like, all right. Hey.
other than that, of course, Summer Walker. You know, you got the honestly thing.
As of recent,
Summer Walker.
Ari Lennox. Is that how
Oh,
you say her
yeah.
name?
Are you guys going to that festival?
He wants to go for his birthday.
Yeah.
You should go, dog.
I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Oh, he's like, I'm going.
Yeah.
The Her Festival? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah, I'm trying to go, but I'm supposed to be
On tour?
I think in Atlanta that weekend.
Well, you know, I'll let you know how it was.
I'm about to go dolo.
I'm going.
I mean, okay, that's fine. I don't,
Solo
do your
dolo.
thing.
But I'd rather go with you.
Yeah. See how you try to lighten that up right there?
Yeah.
It was an honest light up, though.
I
I meant that.
Okay.
Because I'm about to be feeling weird as hell solo in there, rocking back and forth to all that R&B.
That's funny.
That's funny.
We'll try to make it happen though. Yeah.
That's very comforting.
I don't know. There's a lot of music out, so
Yeah.
a little bit of everything, honestly.
I don't know, like people want to know what we're vibing to. It's not like we're musical savants on this podcast, but
Yeah.
people want to know. All right.
Yeah, I'm listening to old shit too.
Yeah.
Some J-Rock. Some old J-Rock. What else? Some Nip. I got some Nip. I'm putting together a playlist of like some motivational, make me want to like work 3 jobs like I was doing in LA.
Oh, okay.
Just
Yeah.
being on your grind.
Yeah,
Meezy the Jamaican's coming back.
right. Hey man.
All right. Well,
Filthy right.
the reason why we brought our girlfriends here, we're just gonna get into it
Here we go.
for your main event, coming attraction. Yeah, man.
Showtime.
All right, we're gonna get into the shits, man. Nothing to safe segment. Black men don't cheat. Let's just get right to it. Black men don't cheat.
To this day.
You hear, is that right?
Yeah,
To this day.
All right.
yeah.
Black men don't cheat.
Listen,
All right.
no.
No.
I wish you had the M. Bison where he says, "Of course."
All right. She said no. All right, Dauche, you ready to let it out?
Whenever
Well, she
you're
got
ready.
she got
She
facts.
said
She got
whenever
facts
you're
on
ready.
facts.
Oh no, I mean,
I was like, "Yeah, you pulling up notes?"
I thought you was
Damn.
She about to have his head talking this motherfucker.
Right.
nah, I don't have any notes.
Okay.
I mean, just from previous conversation, we actually got into like some heated, not necessarily, well, somewhat of a debate.
It was
a couple of days ago.
a passionate discourse.
Yeah, okay. Call it that. But I was, whoo, boy, let me tell you
Jesus.
something right now. Okay, so basically, my stance on
Let's
black men
hear
don't
it.
cheat.
Okay, what's your stance, Dauche?
Okay, so I take things literal. All right. The term black men don't cheat
Same.
is a lie. Across the board. So
I'm gonna need you to hit some.
Hit the 20. Hit her with the 22.
Let's go.
Give her the 22.
okay.
she
You
gave it
said-
the
Wait a minute.
22.
No,
Yeah,
don't hit me
give
with
her
the
the
22.
22.
Nah, that's funny. Wow, nah, you need to put some respect on my opinion. And hit the no, I need that Draco. Thank you. It's a goddamn lie. Okay, goddamn lie. Okay, listen. So like I said, I take things literal. The term black men don't cheat. All right. So you're generalizing first and foremost black men as a group. That's how I'm looking at it.
It's all, right?
Don't cheat. The word don't doesn't apply to everybody. But basically what I'm saying is I don't like it. I don't F with it. And obviously everybody has their own personal agenda of what black men don't cheat means.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if it does not apply to you, don't use it.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Now listen. Go motherfucking bars, nigga.
Because I kind of feel like people are just kind of trolling. Like people are trolling with it. People are using it that are cheaters.
Exactly.
So
Who are these imposters?
come on now. I feel
Black
like
men.
Let's unmask these.
Black men.
Right.
I don't know, man. Have you seen some of these white folks out here with the black mask out here shooting people up in Chicago?
Man.
Co-opting? That's what they doing with black men. They trying to get men framed.
yo, that's wild. How do you do? How? Never mind. How? Never mind. Next,
Houseway.
Nessa, what's up? What do you think?
What do I think? No, so I have this one homeboy who stay like sending me, like videos, memes, all of that stuff. And I'm just like, first of all, like, why are you sending it to me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. And then so every single time, and the boys know because I do the same with them. Every time they send something, I do my favorite emoji, the rolling eyes emoji. I don't even have to say
I don't know
nothing.
why she's rolling her eyes.
Oh, I know why.
Yeah, I don't get it. Something's wrong with her head or something.
I get it.
She must have a headache from
Or she's
like
having
all
a
the faithful
seizure.
black men are out there.
It's okay, Nessa.
Like
I understand.
we're non-existent or something.
I know.
Crazy.
So I'm on the same page as you, Dauche. So if it was like some black men don't cheat, I know it doesn't sound as catchy
At all.
at all, but it's facts. So when you say black men, you are saying all. You are representing all black men.
Is that true? Does it mean all black men?
Yes, because it doesn't say some black men.
It
and we
also
have,
doesn't say all.
it means all. And we've had this conversation before. If you say women or men, if you don't add the some or all or most, then you're
ask.
talking about the whole as a group.
You ask.
Yes.
You ask to clarify. You don't just assume.
So that they can
No.
say all.
Right.
You ask to clarify. Yeah.
Nah. Okay. So basically,
Like all lives matter.
Right. Exact. Thank you.
It's not exact.
No. No.
It's not
hold on.
exactly.
Listen,
It's not
go
exactly.
ahead. Go
I,
ahead.
It's not
no,
exactly.
I absolutely love that you brought that up
Oh,
It's not exactly.
because when in conversation with Marco, with M Easy,
Yeah.
I brought that up. I said it's basically like how Black Lives Matter started, and next thing you know, we have branches of All Lives Matter.
You know what's funny
Or
about
like,
that?
Excuse me. Or like, or like,
Oh my god. Somebody's hot.
okay. Or like Blue Lives Matter. Like, to me, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Now, from their stance, we are.
Don't speak for us.
It's not
Speak for
about.
yourself.
It's not about me speaking
From our stance, don't speak for us.
It's not.
Don't speak for us.
It's not.
We'll get our chance.
Oh my gosh! Yo, for real. It's
Don't
not.
cut me off and then try to speak for me.
Wait,
Don't do that.
Yo,
do that
Can we clarify
I'm
right
chilling.
now that I
I'm
was
chilling. It's
actually? Can we clarify that I was actually talking first, and then he tried to cut into the conversation? Okay, so
Yeah.
like I was saying, from their stance, from what they told me, not speaking for them. Thank you. They're stating that they are faithful black men that use the hashtag Black Men Don't Cheat. Okay, I get it. You're the faithful. That's
Yes.
great. You don't
The
cheat.
2%. I just play.
It applies to you, but in essence, literally, black men don't cheat. Sorry. That's a lie across the board for black men, as in what it says. Yes. Black men, as in group together. Some.
Exactly.
I don't know. Liv.
What'd you guys say?
I got notes.
Oh, damn.
Let's hear it.
We gotta have a TED Talk. Oh, shit.
TED Talk.
Or, I'm sorry, Easy. What you wanted to say if you still have something.
Oh, I do. Go ahead, Liv.
Okay. I just want to read something.
You want to read something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Can I say the N-word?
Yes. Nothing is safe.
Okay. Black woman, niggas ain't shit. America, fucking niggers. Police, criminals, kill them all on sight if you can. Courts, max's time. Other black men, fuck that nigga, he ain't from my block. Retail, keep your eyes on him. Jobs, he's not qualified. Bitter baby mamas, he's a deadbeat. This isn't an exaggeration. This is how it feels to be a black man in today's society. So much hate and negativity when you wonder why some of us act accordingly. Why don't we start giving the black men new labels that are positive to live by? It would lead to a big change in our community. And we can add on there abusive. Black men are abusive. So my whole stand on the black men don't cheat is, yes, it is generalizing all black men. Some of them do cheat. But at the same time, why are we focusing on the negative aspect instead of the positive, changing the labels that we do give black men out of all of these that I just listed? Why are we not supporting that kind of positive affirmation? If you keep saying it, maybe some will start believing it and start following that kind of, I don't know, what are we calling it?
I agree, but pretty much what it is, because I totally agree what you're saying, but those that are saying it, the men that are posting it,
call them out.
Videos, all that.
Call them out. If they're posting it and they're
and that's
they
what it is.
They need to be atoned from
you
there.
need to place a mirror in front of people sometimes.
But that's what it is. When the women are speaking, they are calling them out, and then that's when all the guys are coming in. Oh yeah, blah blah blah. Everyone got each other's back, but it's like it's a joke to them. It's a joke. And they're trolling.
To the ones that are trolling and who are putting that. But then you have those who are not. And I feel like we have two here in the room.
2 out of how many, though?
Who knows? Who knows? We can't generalize them all. Who knows?
Yes, I mean, but that statement is generalizing them all, is what pretty much is what we're trying to say. So, for instance, is this still my story time?
Story time right here.
Story time. I didn't even have an NSA because I know this is going to take up the majority of the time, and I know you got to go to work, so I was like, this can lead into it, but story time. So, you know how, as a joke, I have posted the whole DMs thing. The post that I put, if one more person says black men don't cheat, I'm gonna expose my DMs or whatever the case may be, which is funny because I've actually said this before in the past, because it's to the point where it's actually sickening, where I know some guys are in full-blown relationships, marriages, girlfriend, doesn't matter, full-blown relationships, and they feel that comfortable to be in mine and other women's DMs on some fuck shit, right? So recently, there is this guy who, he's been hitting me up for like years. And I'm not talking about, was it Kevin from long time ago, old episode. This is another guy, but he's always tried to get at me or whatever. And I would always be like, dude, you have a girl. And he's just like, oh, no, we're not together, blah, 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 whatever. So he had hit me, or so he had posted on Snap. He had posted on Snap, and he was with his girl. They was in Vegas. So I was like, screenshot. So then he sends me a text. Why'd you screenshot my video? I said, oh, so the next time you think about hitting me up, I was going to send you a reminder. Leave me the fuck alone. You know what I mean? So it's like, even though this is all fun and games, and because that's how the guys that are posting it, the ones that are trolling, that's what it's a game to them. It's a game to them. So this is more so towards those that aren't taking it serious, and they're just kind of like going along with it. So to those that are actually faithful,
well, they need to
black
stop
men,
giving attention. Those who are using it and like not taking it seriously.
So then how are you going to say call them out, but you're saying not give them attention?
Well, call them out, but like not put the whole thing, oh, because they're doing this, so scratch everyone else?
I didn't say scratch everything else or scratch everyone else.
I feel like the truth is the truth.
Yeah.
So like, and that applies to the men who are cheating, is what I'm saying. And I don't know. Like, yes, highlight the men. It's not a matter of discrediting the men who are faithful.
Exactly.
It's not about that.
It sounds that way.
It's not about.
It sounds like people got cheated on and who are bitter about it.
But how though?
But they still got cheated on.
Yeah,
so
but
that's the truth about it.
Move
so,
on.
I mean, that's nice and all, but that doesn't take away from the truth of the matter. So if a person is cheating, okay, you say call them out, cool.
Call them out. Don't be using this slogan if you're a cheater. Like
but that's exactly what we're
that's what we're saying.
talking about. That's what we're saying, and this is how we're calling them out. And this is directly to the guys that are posting that, or like I said, well, the guy that's been sending it to me, I don't know of him cheating, but that's why it's okay.
Well,
this is my
obviously.
question. This is my question to those of you guys that use it, regardless if you cheat or not. Who are you trying to convince, us or yourselves? That's why I'm so like, why is it so? You know what I mean? If I'm dope, I don't need to go around, yo, I'm dope, I'm dope, I'm dope, I'm dope, because I'm dope. I don't have to tell people that. So the fact that they're pushing so hard, it's kind of like, really, who are you trying to convince? Because if you aren't a cheater, then why do you have to say it so much?
Is it my turn now?
You ready?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, he gotta turn on his live now. Let's see.
I'm gonna look up the definition general.
All right. Meanwhile, while he's looking at that,
how did it? I know how it started. It started with Charlemagne, right? Like, what's the back?
Well,
That one was the faithful
no.
black men.
the faithful black man community. So basically, black men don't cheat. Let's keep it a spade. It is a troll to talk about like all these black men who are committing infidelity. That troll became an annoying joke. That joke ended up took a life of his own. It's like 10 songs about black men not cheating. There's like
People have anthems.
dozens
But I don't see anything wrong with
dozens
that.
of shirts, and
What's wrong with
and
that?
it just basically
If you're trying to like
they're
make
just,
it a positive thing.
yeah, they're trying to make it a positive. They want to make it a positive
Change the label,
thing.
change the script.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's changing. They want to change the narrative and make being faithful
Like a
cool.
popular thing,
Like it's a
yeah.
popular thing, because among black men, especially, toxic masculinity was at an all-time high back in the day. Having multiple women was like the thing to do. Like if you were faithful, they looked at you like you was a bitch, like something was wrong with you. Like, nigga, what? Only one bitch? Nigga, one is close to none. Nigga, you better get like 5. The fuck is wrong with you? That was the movement. And I would have to say, but I'm just gonna hold the men accountable, because the men who are out there co-opting and saying black men don't cheat, knowing under the guise of black men don't cheat, going out there doing all that shit, they're trolling, and they will have their day. They will have their day that they will have to answer to all the wrong shit they're doing to women, and I'm sorry that they are doing that to women, playing women's hearts like that, leading them astray. If only they could just be honest, because there are plenty of different options out there besides monogamy if you don't want to cheat. There's all types of non-monogamy out there if that's your thing. But now, if you claiming to be a monogamous person, you out there doing fuck shit like that, I don't respect it. Now, there could be dynamics in different relationships. There are non-monogamous relationships out there that technically he's not cheating because he's being honest with his girl, and his girl already knows about it. I think it's only cheating if you're doing it behind someone's back without communication.
If it's in secrecy or
Deceit. Yeah. So if it's in secrecy and deceit, okay, yeah, that's cheating. But plot twist. Let's say hypothetically, old girl knew that he was going into your DMs. Would that change your perception of him if he was in an open relationship?
Say it again.
So I'm saying, like, if he was in an open relationship, he was going into your DMs, he has a full ass relationship, but you weren't aware that he was in an open relationship, would that change the dynamics of how you feel about him?
Yes, but if you're saying I'm not in a relationship, then I see you spending the whole weekend with your girl, and then I call you out on it, and you're just like, well, I'm just not going to hit you up anymore. Okay. Like, so basically,
Okay, yeah, I mean,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? So,
So,
then
but,
I'm
yeah.
speaking facts. Like,
you're speaking facts.
But based off of
But
your
I'm just
question,
trying to- yeah,
then
I'm just trying to
of
ask
course,
that.
because
Okay.
that's not considered cheating if she knows about it.
Okay,
But if
cool.
you're doing it in secrecy,
I'm just here. I'm just only asking questions.
No,
I
I know.
understand.
And this is someone who uses that slogan, black men don't cheat.
Under the guise
Yeah.
of black men don't cheat.
yeah.
and
so that's
you know
what
what?
makes it annoying. Like,
and
to, you know.
I will encourage women to call them out.
Yeah.
Expose the DMs because they got to get out there. The jig is up. Like, it's pretty much like you got to get them out there because there are.
But there's always like people want to put light on the negative things, those who make things look bad. For example, the parade for Nipsey Hussle, I was like applauding LA for, you know, how they came out for him. Then someone slid in my DMs, oh, but they did this to the police cars. This many people were shot. I was like, okay, like, can we, you want to put light on the negative? Can we just focus on the positive and what's going on? Like, yes, that shit happened, but in a bigger picture, you know. So it's up to you, like, where you want to put.
But I don't see how
light and
that. I don't feel like that. Like, is.
I think it is. It's just like it's making it a positive movement for black men to be
Yeah, I'm saying you're
committed
using
in
this one
monogamous
example,
relationships,
this
and
guy
it shouldn't
instead
be
of-
spoiled by co-opting ass niggas out here
Yeah.
using that under the guise of black men
And,
don't cheat
yeah.
to spoil or to detract the movement. And it seems like for all intents and purposes that you guys are all in agreement. Like, you guys are cool with the movement. From what I'm getting from
as
women,
long as it's from
If-
actual
someone who's
faithful,
genuine.
like,
Who's
it's
genuine.
authentic. It's
Yeah.
not just you just saying it just to be, you know what I mean, just be a part of what's cool, and it's not. It's not.
And I know the impacts of infidelity. It fucks up the family structure. It fucks up the kids, and how things can get ruined by that. And men get fucked over royally in divorce courts, like, especially if they're the ones who's committing the adultery. So, you know, and I'm learning from, you know, Charlemagne, Chris Rock, you know, people who have fucked up before. And, you know, Chris Rock said it best. He's like, dude, it took me a long time to choose peace over new pussy. He's like, I finally chose peace because chasing new pussy got him divorced, having, you know, hardly get to see his kids, taking half of his money. Like, there are other, like, things that men are risking themselves when they decide to step out. But I think Easy been ready to to unload for a minute. I was just trying to give him some time.
Too, but I'll let him speak.
You ready, Easy?
Yeah,
All right. Go ahead. The floor is yours, brother.
for sure. I'm gonna read the definition of general, and I'm gonna
Of
say
what?
the definition of the word general,
Oh, general. Okay.
because you guys were saying, you know, the hashtag means all black men, right? My argument to Dauche the other day was like, it doesn't specify all black men, nor does it say some. So to call it just false isn't a fact, like how you're saying. And I looked up the definition general, and it says affecting or concerning all or most people. It doesn't just say all. And I was trying to tell her that, like, you know, just because the hashtag doesn't clarify, it doesn't mean that it means all men, all black men. And I'm like, you know, you're taking away from the positive of it because you're more focused on the hashtag itself and not the dudes hiding behind it. You know, you're saying that, but you're also saying the hashtag is false. So it's like, but there are black men that don't cheat. Like, just because it's not specified doesn't mean that it's false, because it doesn't also specify that it means all.
And I think bringing in our own personal experience.
Yeah. And I grew up hearing all men cheat, all men are dogs. Hello? Like, you know, that's been the narrative for black men for sure. So it's like, why not bring something to counteract that? and hold it up like a badge of honor for us. And speaking of the Faithful Black Men Association, they use that hashtag. So it's like it can't be false if Faithful Black Men are actually using it. And I will say, as far as you talking about like Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter was a positive movement. All Lives Matter was trying to look at it in a negative light. So what do you think y'all doing to black men don't cheat? No. Also, you know, like, let's say Happy Father's Day. People have to specify for shit like that because there are fathers that aren't real fathers, right? Same thing for Mother's Day. You know, they're not as many, but, you know, people ain't saying like, it's not all the way true because there are some fathers. Fuck no, people just say Happy Father's Day to the fathers that really hold it down. So why not just say shout out to the black men that really hold down black men don't cheat, instead of just saying black men don't cheat is just false. It's like, what?
But that's not what we said.
That's technically what you said.
No, we said
I
that
hear
it's false
when
when you are cheating and you are black, then it is false to
Right.
that person. That's what we were saying.
Right.
It's not false as far as a statement to those that are faithful. It's false to those that aren't faithful but use that hashtag.
Right, I get that. I get what you're saying. But the way you worded it, you two guys worded it, the hashtag itself, you're tearing the hashtag itself down, like, because it's not saying some.
So, okay. So when we had our disagreement, few times actually on the episode, and I say men, I didn't even get to finish my statement, but when I'm like men, not all men, you said you got to specify this is you, so it's only when it's convenient.
I
is
asked
that
you
when it matters?
too. I asked you though. I was like, don't you mean I went for you to specify. I didn't just say like, oh, I'm just gonna say, you know, that's false, or just jump to one thing. I opened the floor for you to specify.
You said, don't say men. That's exactly what you said.
Mm-hmm.
You said, is it, you're talking about all men? I'm like, no, most men. Okay, we'll say that next time because it's
that's what I'm saying. I asked you. I
but
didn't
that's
just say, black men don't cheat just means all black men. Instead of just asking, like, is that what it means?
But it goes unsaid when people that we know for a fact have cheated and are posting that, then it goes unsaid.
It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No,
What?
I'll tell you why it doesn't. It doesn't go unsaid because you know these motherfuckers be running around not doing
If
right.
I know, multiple motherfuckers know. And the fact that I know means that it's a fact.
That what? That you know exactly who's not
Yes.
a part of the hashtag.
Yes, that is using
He's not
the
a part
hashtag.
of the community.
Yeah, so
He's
he's
a
not a
poser.
part of the community.
So basically, he's a poser.
Yeah.
Okay, so then they shouldn't be saying that shit, and that
And
is
that's
directed
fine.
to them.
Yeah.
And
That's
that's
all
fine.
we're
So
saying
black
is it's directed
hashtag
to
black
them.
men don't cheat don't apply to them.
So then why
They're
are they
just trolling.
using it?
They're
You
just
know,
trolling.
you know why they're using it.
They're just trolling,
It's the same thing why people
And they get away
falsely
with
use
it.
a lot of things.
and they get away with it. And I will also have to say, okay, you know, for the black men that are cheating allegedly, I know I'm just joking. Everybody's all like fucking ready to rip my head off for
They're
saying
not
that.
black men. They're N-words, right? That's what
No,
you
no,
say.
no,
That's
no.
what you
No,
say
no,
all
no.
the time, though.
Yeah, I say that.
I mean,
I say that.
straight
That
up.
is always his response.
That's our response. I say the same thing.
Yeah.
They ain't black dudes, they niggas. Like,
That's nigga behavior.
Yeah.
But I do also want to say, for accountability, it takes two to tango. So where are these women who are allowing this stuff to happen? These mistresses, who are these side chicks, who are allowing this stuff to happen. And I know like some side chicks get caught up because they don't even know they're a side chick.
Yep.
Because men are they can be very deceitful. They can be very manipulative. They can swindle you in thinking that you're the only one. Now, what I encourage for women, especially during hot girl summer, because it's hot girl summer, act up season, whole season, whatever you want to call it, you guys got to do your whole facts. You got to do your due diligence. Can't just be falling for every melanated, pearly white teeth and 360 waves that comes your way at a day party. You gotta, I don't know this nigga. You better ask around. Ask your girls. Somebody knows something about him. It's San Diego, for crying out loud. It's only 5% of black people out here. So someone's going to have something on somebody.
I do understand what you mean. At the end of the day, though, I feel like each individual is responsible for themselves.
Yeah.
And what they decide to do.
Yeah, which doesn't apply
whether
to
that girl is in whole season or not. If you're in a relationship and you're a man, you should know your role. If you're a woman, you know, that doesn't always happen, obviously.
Yeah.
You know that. But basically what I'm saying is everybody's responsible for themselves, whether you're getting shit thrown at you or not.
Yeah. So I seen something where someone had posted it, and the guy's response was, "Oh, we just speaking it into existence."
And why not?
But that's not how it works. That's not how it works. How the universe works.
Okay.
It doesn't hear, don't, do, can't, or not do, but don't, can't, any of that stuff. All it says is black men cheat. That's how the universe works. So you're putting that into it. So you're supposed to, yes. So you're supposed to put it in a positive. You're supposed to put it in a positive. You're supposed to twist it in a positive way and say, black men are faithful. You make it a positive statement, not a negative one. Don't is a negative.
I believe that the universe is indiscriminate to your thoughts, whether it's negative or positive.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So,
it doesn't recognize the word don't. So if you say
where is that?
that's how the universe works. So if you say, for instance,
where'd you get that from?
if you want a child, for instance, and you have you're pregnant and you're like, instead of saying I want a boy, if you're saying I don't want a girl, for the most part you're going to get the girl because of all the energy you're putting into it. All it recognizes is girl. That's not how the universe works.
You just rested my case. That's it.
What you mean?
You just rested my case. You said what they don't want, and the universe is still indiscriminate to what your thoughts may be. You say, oh my God, I don't want a girl. I don't want a girl. Boom, you get a girl. If a black man say, I don't cheat, he's not going to cheat.
But why does it have to be like that? Why can't you put it in a positive light?
It's something he wants.
That's what he
wants to cheat.
He wants to not cheat.
It sounds like he doesn't want to cheat. So he's putting it out there. I don't even think, and it depends on the context of how you say don't is a negative. I mean,
it's not.
Because it sounds like it's all in what you're speaking towards what you want instead of what you don't want.
And then it's like, if black men don't cheat, if you say that sounds like a code of conduct. You know what I mean? Like if you were like, let's say if you were like in a fraternity, and that was one of the code of conducts, like black men, when we go out, we do this, and we do this, and this is what we don't do. There's do's and don'ts to everything in life, especially if you're structured and you hold yourself to a high standard.
Yeah, but so why are you focusing on not cheating instead of being faithful?
Because I think people respond more to negative connotations, and saying black men don't cheat, like the word don't has a negative connotation, and that's what draws people attention. That's why the news always give you bad news instead of good news. That's why, the whole saying, if it bleeds, it leads. If negative shit just gets people attention more than positive shit. That's just how, maybe that's how we work. Maybe we're conditioned that way from the media, but it's been like that for ages. So I would just say the black men don't cheat. I don't think it's a negative. Well, the word don't, I mean, is up to however you interpret it. But to me, I don't see a negative connotation if the intent is to bring something more positive for black men to follow, especially if that's going to affect the family structure, if that's going to affect their marriages, their relationships, and, overall peace of mind. Like, you know how peaceful I am, even though, like, when my girl starts tripping and I'm, like, home alone asleep, doing not a goddamn thing, but she's probably hit me up thinking that I'm all talking to some other girls. Yes, we airing out just a little bit. You know how peaceful that is? Easy. Can you imagine how peaceful that is, dog? When you ain't doing a motherfucking thing, but being a faithful black man, minding your own damn business.
That's what I do, man.
Man, that's peace that you can't buy.
Isn't black men don't cheat in the faithful black men community?
Yes.
Black men don't cheat. Yeah, black men don't cheat is kind of like the slogan. But the faithful men community, that's what they go by.
Yeah, and then I noticed too with the faithful black men community, in the beginning it was like popping, but then it kind of dwindled down, and I feel like more people started hopping on the whole black men don't cheat. And again, mainly a lot of people that do cheat are overusing it, but they weren't really there with the faithful black men community. And I feel like I said, that's where I feel like
they're not really community members. I mean, anybody could go out and say, "Oh, I'm a Freemason." Nigga, you know what I'm saying? That's like someone calling themselves a Freemason, someone out there calling themselves a Blood or a Crip and haven't earned their stripes or anything like that. Like,
so how does one get into the faithful black men community?
By being faithful.
By being faithful. That's all it takes.
Living that life.
And you got to have your girl vouch for you. And you got to have your guys vouch for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotta have at least 2 years experience. No.
2 years. Yeah, you know, because you got to remember, you got to give.
What are the guidelines?
You got to give brothers some time to atone. Get some atonement out, you know. If you gotta walk out there like Cersei Lannister and butt ass naked and have to and tell them shame and throw all kinds of shit. Girls throw their period blood on them and shit, whatever they want to do.
Yeah, that's social media.
Yeah, you know,
when the dude get put on blast.
Yeah, repent, reform, and be a new man. You know.
Yeah, maybe it will change some.
You know, and that's what I say. That's why I'm encouraging y'all. Like, go ahead, air these niggas out. Air them out. Why not?
When I had posted that, the DMs, I already saw someone responding like, "Go ahead, girl. I'll post mine along with you." I was like, "Uh-oh."
Why not?
Started trend.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why are they being
Why
mean?
not?
Why not? You know what? It's funny about that DM stuff.
What?
Some falsely accused of having DMs that they can post on people.
Really?
Well, that's gonna be on celebrities. Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all you was gonna say.
That's all I was gonna say. That's it.
I was like waiting.
I wasn't gonna say nothing
else. That's true, but yeah, I got some shit. But I've always said that. Remember one time I was really passionate about it on one episode.
You sound like Dr. Dre right now. Are you going to drop Detox or what?
No,
Right.
I'm not gonna drop it because I'm not trying to fuck nobody's family life up. And trust me, some of these guys, they're
Look,
like in full blown families, but
Can I
it
say
sounds
this real
good
quick?
so that they can. It's
Nigga,
a
you
threat
didn't-
so
you-
they can stop.
Look,
What?
no disrespect to these niggas, but all disrespect. Fuck these niggas' situations up if it can keep my hashtag alone.
Oh my
Seriously?
god.
Just leave my hashtag
you
the hell
fucking it
alone.
up for the real faithful niggas out here.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking up shit. That
No, he not
they
talking
are.
about you.
I said
I was like, hold the fuck up.
He not talking about you.
they fucking it up for the
I
real
saw
ones out
fingers
here.
pointing. I heard you.
I'm saying like this.
What?
I'm
Yeah, no.
speaking to the
No.
guys who are co-opting
Yeah.
this shit.
Yeah.
You guys were fucking it up for the real faithful niggas out here, day in and day out. Come home, kiss that girl, love them, and let them know they're the only one.
Yeah, because like we be knowing it's the same niggas that try to use the hashtag and be talking to us like, where the hoes at, man? Hey man, I don't know.
I don't know.
I have
Faithful black
no
man.
clue.
I don't know where the hoes at. Hit your explore page on
Oh,
Instagram, nigga. What the fuck
You
mean?
really living the faithful life, huh? Yeah, nigga. What?
Peaceful on this side.
But
Very
why-
peaceful.
Why not like block them? Because that's negative energy, like
Straight up.
coming your way. For me,
Just unfriend them. Like you know, you.
I'm like-
why are you
get rid of that. Like,
I'm like
why?
Bishop. I take that energy,
No,
send
I
it
mean
right
it
back.
is. And it's like as a female, I would find that highly offensive, and I used to not so much. Even now, sometimes it's like whatever, but it's offensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's offensive. Oh, you want me to be a side piece, but I can't. Like, I'm not good. You know, that's blocked by. That's negative energy that you don't need to be hearing. You don't be dealing with. That's just.
And then nigga hit you with a burner cat. Why you block me?
I feel like that sometimes.
Or not even say nothing. Just such and such follows you.
Or just expose and block. So you won't have to see it.
You sound like parabola rapper. Expose, block, and block.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, like, ladies, y'all saying y'all is here with the gun cock talking about y'all about to, you know, if you guys gonna let the DMs ring out, let them ring out, because this is what it sounded like to me. It's not even a warning shot. A warning shot would be at least a DM blocking his face.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? That's a warning
and the
shot.
name.
I would do that
And
shit.
I've done that
do
though
that
on
shit.
Snap. I've done it on Snap.
Nigga, all platforms. Nigga, Snap, Instagram, email, whatever.
Mad.
You know
I'm
what I
mad.
mean?
One time I did that, but it was my homeboy. It wasn't obviously like that, but he had said something, and I had blocked out his name, his picture, posted on Snap. While my girl hit me up with a screenshot, like, "Is this the guy that you just posted?" I said, "Where the fuck did you find that?" She's, "I just know that I'm great with my FBI skills," and I'm just like, is there an app for that to like erase that shit? No, because that shit's kind of scary. Because I was like, damn.
Man,
Like,
she
literally-
kind of reminds us of somebody.
And she doesn't even follow him because she had screenshot it in it. You know how like it will say like it will say follow the blue button. It was like the blue button. I'm like, how the fuck did you find
To
this
me,
guy?
it
shit
kind
is
of
crazy.
sounds like women are putting up with a form of abuse. It's like a form of abuse. Like if you know these men are out here violating the code, and
I mean, it can be mental.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, and they're just walking out scot free. Why let them walk out scot free? As much as like it may not be as drastic as a police brutality or shooting and stuff like that, and people want justice, and sometimes we don't get that justice. This is the power you guys have. The Me Too movement is right there in your hands. If you want to expose some cheating ass niggas,
Hashtag this nigga.
hashtag this nigga is not in the community. He don't belong in the community. Hashtag he don't belong in the community.
What I just
Whatever it is, if you don't belong in the community, get him out of there because like he's fucking up my real estate, nigga. There goes my neighborhood. My property value as a faithful black man's going down because this fuck ass nigga next to me is doing some fuck shit. I want my property value to go high, nigga. What the fuck? Hey, yeah, you gotta get the fuck up out of here, homie. You gotta move.
Yeah, I kind of also feel like everything doesn't belong on the net.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's exposing people.
Yeah.
Like, maybe just communicate with that person directly.
I was about to say, have a
because
conversation. Yeah.
this is more than just hashtags and shit.
This is real life.
Yeah, it's real life, and
Yeah.
sometimes you don't even
Yep.
have to, pay attention to none of that shit. Like, speak on it, keep it pushing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the internet's cool, but at the end of the day,
You gotta live your own life.
yeah, like,
Yeah, and that's real, and that's why I said, and that's why, like I said, for this last instance that literally happened the other day, that's all I did. I just screenshot it just to let him know it's real, because on Snap they let you know if you screenshot shit. He's like, why'd you? You know what I mean? So just to let you know, the next time you think about hitting me up, I'm just gonna send you a reminder.
And girls could send it to
It
their...
was a picture of him and his girl, or a video, but I just
get
took a
rid of him.
screenshot.
Massa.
Well, no, I know he already let it be known. He's like, oh, I'm not gonna hit you up no more.
No, I'm saying like that sounds like such like not a good thing. Just
We've
for
never,
you
but
personally.
we're nothing. Like literally, he's cool people's. He was cool people's, but that's the only thing that I was just like, okay, I'm not fucking with that. But every time I had
He's
hit him
not
up
cool
about some
people's.
shit,
You gotta filter. Me and Marco just had this conversation. You gotta filter some stuff out if it's not good for you. Even I don't know how it can affect you, but if it's not good for you, just
I don't think it's necessarily about not filtering it. It's like it exists. So whether you pay attention to it or not, like it's still there.
yeah,
So it's like, okay, yeah, are you gonna put your energy towards it? You did what you had to do.
Mm-hmm.
So in a sense, I guess if that's the filter of it, then that's the filter of it. But I just feel like it's still the truth. It still
Yeah.
exists.
that's his
Well,
problem.
let me-
that's
let
gonna be his
that doesn't
problem.
change.
Let me get this straight. Are you still cool?
no, he let it be known that he's not gonna hit me up no more.
Okay.
But like I said last time before, when I would always tell him, like, I didn't have any facts or nothing. This is just me, like, no, I know you still fucking with your girl. He's just like, no. Because I've known him for years. For years. And every time he come to San Diego, he live in the Bay. Every time he come to San Diego, he hits me up. What's up? Hit me up. Remember, like, even when, when I would stay with you in Kenland, well, not stay with you guys, but I'll, like, come, like, oh, I'm going to crash on the couch or whatever, because I'm going to drive. He'll hit me up and be like, oh, can you take me to the club real quick? I'm like, all right, cool, because like we cool like that, we never did nothing. But even one time, we had went to go get something to eat, and See, and I mean, and I get it because as women, we do it with our girls too. But as soon as I got in the car, it was him and his homeboy. He's like, "Oh, you Blasian mommy? I heard a lot about you." I said, "Oh yeah, what you hear about me?" He's like, "Oh yeah, that you're the first person he has to see when he gets here." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Oh okay." So you guys rehearsed this before I came and swoop you up. So just little shit like that. And then fast forward,
I don't think finally. Just saying.
I'm sure they did. But, he's not going to be like, oh, yeah, he's still fucking with his girl. You're not going to say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then when I had seen that was like all the proof that I need. Like, okay, this is his ex-girlfriend. So
now you brought something that's interesting. And I will have to ask Easy about this along with myself.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
As men, if we know that one of our own is fucking up, how do we address that, man?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Oh, for me? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I personally address him straightforward. Like, man, what's up?
What you doing?
You not happy or something? Like, everything good? What's going on? You just on some bullshit? Let me know, because I don't want any parts of that.
And would you tell this lady? Or would you?
Actually, depends.
Or she ask you like, what's going on?
Man, that situation has happened before. It has.
What happened?
Because I understand it's a tough situation. That's your boy. You want to show that you're still down. You legal, well, not legal, but
I was like legal,
but loyal.
Yeah, 18. You still
I don't know where
loyal.
legal came from.
Yeah, like one side of you wants to be like, yeah, leave that nigga. Like I've said something like that where not the other person asking me, but I'll be like if she telling me something about him or something, I'm like, y'all might as well just break that up then.
So can you speak on that story just so I could get a better understanding without saying the name, or if you say it, people gonna know?
One of my peoples had me take them to meet up with a chick, and
you was cool with him and his girl.
Okay. And later on.
So you took him?
Yeah, I took him. Thinking that, I'm thinking that they're not together, but they were together. Then later on, talking to her, I pretty much told her what happened or whatever. Not in detail and everything, but I mentioned it to her. I'm like, he comes to me like, you told her such and such? I'm like, nigga, I thought y'all was.
Oh, so you didn't think him and his girl were still together?
Yeah, I didn't think so.
That's a good way. That's a good way to cover it up.
So.
Like, nigga, I thought you was a free man.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I was like, nigga, I thought, it shouldn't matter if y'all ain't together, nigga. Because I think it was something like I don't know. It was a conversation we were having. It was me saying that. It kind of just blurted out. Like, oh shit, I just said that. Like, I wonder, because I'm thinking like, I wonder if she gonna feel away, regardless if they was together or not. Not me thinking like they, knowing that they was together or whatever. And he was mad at me. I'm like, hey man, you shouldn't be doing that shit anyway.
So would you say that's considered like violating guy code, so to speak?
I felt like it was. Yeah, I felt like it was. Yeah, I pretty much. Yeah, I violated guy code.
Are you guys cool now or?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm cool.
I feel like a lot of times with guys, like they'll get into it, they'll stop talking for whatever reason, and then they'll end up being cool. Like they're kind of like look past it most times. But as women, usually more times than other, there's no, not that you can't go back, but I feel like when women, I don't know if you agree or not, but when some women violate girl code, then there's like no turning back for the most part.
I think it depends on the person, but I do see it happen often where women don't F with each other no more. Mm-hmm. Or it takes a lot more time for them to come around.
So like if you were telling your homegirl like, hey, I think old boy's out there messing around on you, like, do you think she would be receptive to that, or she would just be like, why are you telling me that? Because
It depends on the person.
I mean, I can tell
She
you.
saw Mark
I can tell you.
with some girl in the laundromat.
You're asking me if a girl tells me, or if I'm telling the
If
girl.
you're
yeah, if you're telling
If I'm
her,
telling the girl.
yeah,
Honestly, I've been the person that people come to talk to me about like their men and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I usually hand out that honesty, and
They can't handle
and
it.
I don't sugarcoat. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
What they do with that information is up to them. But it's out of my hands after I say what I have to say. And I don't know, like, from experience, I feel like some have been receptive, but a lot of times they'll stay in it. And that's unfortunate. And then in the end, it's like shit blows up. A whole bunch of negative stuff happens, and that's how they finally see, like,
Yeah.
okay, I should have exited out this a long time ago. So it's like,
They wait till it gets really bad for them to actually.
Let it fester.
right. You do what you can as a friend, but you wash your hands with it afterwards, because you internalize their situation, it'll fuck you up.
Last week we had Hey Queen on here, and that's one of her rules that she says. She's like, if anyone got to talk about their relationship, don't come to me about your relationship. Nope. She wants no parts of it whatsoever, because you do take on, the relationship as a friend, and I'm practicing that as well. I know personally, I talked about relationship with all my friends, but lately I just been like, let me figure this shit out myself.
Yeah, that's understandable. I actually had a conversation with M-Easy not too long ago, like maybe a couple of days ago, about that. Now, I don't mind people coming to me for advice or just someone
Please
to talk to.
Don't paint the whole picture to me, please.
Right. I mean, see, at first I was like, I'm not effing with it. Don't nobody come to me with their problems. But then I realized, like, okay, well, I can be an open book. I am just not going to internalize. That's where I'm at with it. Come talk to me, but I'm not going to internalize as much as I can, because I'm still human at the end of the day. Shit can still get on my nerves, annoy me, but I know that
So
I can get in that place of peace again, because I'm not internalizing. Like
that's why I think therapies and mental health is at all time high now. Luckily I signed up with Psych Care under my health care program, so I will be seeking professional help and dealing with the demons that's been going inside of my head, and from stemming from relationships to personal stuff like that. So I do encourage to go seek professional help. When it comes to telling your friends about your relationship situations, keep that in a very, very light situation. I don't know, because people always want to vent. It makes people feel better when they get it out. But I think we all have to be mindful that the energy that we're venting out to, because that shit spreads like wildfire.
Also, I would say, because I've always looked at venting as a form of therapy, it's therapeutic.
Yeah.
You choose carefully who you vent to, because I see myself as a person people can come to, because one thing, I don't jump to conclusions, or I don't jump to judge anybody for their situation, because I'm not in it. I don't know it. And I feel like I'm a fair person as far as hearing somebody out. And I won't sugarcoat or anything, and I won't make no person feel like crap, but I'll help them understand the situation from both or other aspects other than theirs, as well as theirs. And and just in that regard, I feel like, that's helpful as well.
Yeah. And with me, like, I sometimes I need to like rant, and it's nothing like not really too much about like my relationship life or lack thereof, but just in general. Like, for instance, I had hit up, shout out to Princess. I hit up my sis the other day, and I was just like, I wanted to not vent, but rant about something really quick. And the first thing I asked her was like, yo, are you healthy? And she was like, what? I was like, are you mentally healthy right now to listen to me
that's a good
vent right now?
That's a good good way to, let them know, like, I got some shit for you.
Yeah. And I even told, and I not warned her, but I told her, I said, I'm going to hit you with the sandwich method, something I learned at work working with kids. So the sandwich method basically is you say something positive, you add in the negative, and then you end it with a positive. So for instance, if there is a kid that had a rough day, you want to tell their parents, you're like, oh yeah, you know, little Johnny had a great day at school today. He told me that he got a blue slip or whatever color is good. But when he got here, XYZ happened. So you slip in the negative, and then you end it with like, but he ended up apologizing to little Kevin, and they ended up, you know, having a great time and cleaned up the whole center. Something, you know what I mean? So that's the sandwich method. So I did that. So I told her I was going to hit her with that. She was like, okay. So that's what I did, you know? And so it doesn't make it so heavy, because if you just hit somebody with nothing but negativity, it's like you get it off your chest, but then you put it on the shoulders of your friend,
right?
You know what I mean? Or a loved one. And then you're like, okay, bye. Like, I'm good now. I got that off my chest. And then you leave it with them, not realizing
Very
that's
contagious.
what exactly. Right. So I was the type of person where I had friends that like to vent to me, and I'm always like, I'm here for it. You know, I'm your shoulder to cry on, whatever you need to do. But it was weird because at one point in time, it's like I was getting it from so many different directions and from so many different people. And it was to the point where, because I'm an energy person, like I started to feel so drained, and I didn't know why I was drained for. And I would just be at work just feeling some type of way, and I'm like, yo, like.
That's called vicarious trauma. There's a word.
That's
for
the
it.
actual term.
Yeah, it's vicarious trauma. Social workers, teachers, people who work, we take on the trauma of those who dispose it on us.
Yes, and it's funny you say that, because at one point in time I was thinking, I want to go back to school. I want to get my master's in psychology. I want to become a therapist. But then when I went to Jamaica, there's two girls that do, like, one does social work and then the other one does something similar to that. And one of the girls was just like, don't do it. She's like, unless you're up for it. She's like, that's why I stay on vacation, because I have to try to forget about that.
Especially if you're an empath. Like, I know I'm an empath, so I take on other people's energies and problems in my life.
So that made me rethink, and I was just like, as much as I want to help people, because that's how all I looked at it as, like, oh, I want to help people, not realizing I'm going to not be helping myself. I don't know how to turn on and turn off that switch.
There's a training. They trained us for this as well.
I'm sure.
Vicarious trauma.
And I'm sure. I would assume that's what would happen, but not everybody, I feel like, will be as receptive, and I feel like I wouldn't be, just because of who I am. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that made me rethink. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like I find myself on both sides of that. Like, as far as wanting to vent, sometimes I feel like if it's something that's too much, I'll keep it. I won't, like, I'll find another way to get that off me before I go put it on somebody else. And and it is hard, taking in so much from people.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like I kind of feel like for me it's half and half. Like, there's half the time I feel like I'm in a good place and an understanding of to where whatever someone's venting to me, I guess what I can say is I can give good advice or let them vent without it sticking to me because of the understanding I have of the situation or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And then there's other times like I'm like you guys, like, it just brings my whole situation down. Like, like, it's crazy. I don't
know. So for the verdict of Black Men Don't Cheat, just to put a button on this whole situation, I think we can all agree to disagree. But what can we agree on? What can we get behind the Black Men Don't Cheat movement or hashtag or however you guys interpret it?
Well, I guess.
What are the positive takeaways we could take?
I'll say that what we agree on is celebrating the men who are faithful.
Okay.
That's number one.
Definitely.
That's pretty much it.
I think not letting those who are using it to troll not overshadow or take the light away from trying to change that narrative, and give positive labels to black men when they have so many negative labels against them. And
Yeah, no, I agree. And I don't know if you guys seen, but Sheena had posted, she had made a post the other day, and it was like,
we appreciate you or something.
yeah,
like that.
she was like black men
Nothing
are magic
compares
too.
to- yeah.
And then someone was like, who's the two? Like who are you
She's
talking about?
because of Black Girl Magic.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but it was a guy that responded. So I responded. I was like, "Black girls, duh," But she said that, and then reading the comments, someone had responded. They're like, "Oh, well, if that's the case, why are women so salty about black men don't cheat?" And she was just like, well, that's not what this post is about. This post is to appreciate you guys, like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's the guy that,
the gold post.
but it was a guy that did it. It wasn't a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like that. I feel like, just with trolling in general, it gets old.
It hurt people. So
Yeah.
like people are always going to find a way to twist it and to bring some negativity to something like, I sent a gif of Drake clapping, when she said that. I was like, black men are magic too. Like, yeah, I get behind that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that as a community, we need that love. We need
Definitely.
that uplifting of each other from black men to black women,
Right.
gay, straight, bi, however, like let's all love each other, however you want to love each other.
Especially, yeah.
Yeah.
Semi-progressive over here.
I feel like we don't get enough of that,
Yeah, so the world needs more love, man. The world needs more
I
love.
agree.
Yeah, I think for the most part we're all in agreement except for the actual term.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
The term kind of turns you off because
Because everybody has their own agenda. The way that it started, the people who are trolling, like it's really just about the actual literal term.
okay, so
It's not about
percentage-wise. If you could draw up a hypothetical percentage, how many people you believe that are really standing behind the Black Men Don't Cheat movement, as opposed to people who are just trolling, who are actually cheating and using that label to just to troll?
I can't with trolls.
Like how many, you think there's a majority of people using that hashtag that are actual trolls and that are cheating, or do you think the majority of the people using that hashtag are actually faithful black men to their women or to their partners?
I feel like it's majority the negative versus the positive.
Okay.
Like you two stand out, but overall, it's a lot of troll.
We need more.
It's a lot of negative agenda.
So we need more faithful black men to wash
Yeah,
to wash that away.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Okay, I guess we got a job, Easy.
I mean,
gotta
but
get 'em
why
out
give
there.
them a platform? Like, get rid
Yeah.
of them. I know people
That's
who
what this
troll just
conversation was for.
on troll just to be trolling. I just unfriend. I don't need to hear you trolling because you have nothing else better to do with your life. I don't need that negative energy. I don't need to be reading it. I don't need to be arguing with you. Bye. Get them out. Bye. I mean, you don't give the trolls a platform. Let them go troll somewhere else. I don't know.
I mean, you don't give it to them; they just take it.
They take it.
So,
That's what trolls
I
do.
mean,
but if they're not
this is
in-
literally the internet. So I feel like the internet takes a mind of its own, and a lot of times,
And
like
that's
you
a
said,
problem. We need to be able to control that.
Yeah,
That's a problem.
At the same time, it's something that you can
But the-
try to control.
Yeah,
but
but the
at the end of
beauty,
the day, people
the
have
beauty
their
of
own
the
agenda.
internet, I will have to say, the chaotic and the anarchy nature of the internet is, there's going to be some dark shit, and then there's also going to be some positive movements.
I mean, that's your
It
choice.
depends,
What you
yeah.
want to watch, what you want to
It's,
listen to.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, people say that diet is not just about what you put into your body. Diet is also what you put into your mind. The programs that you watch, the books that you read, the podcasts that you listen to.
I mean, I know people.
I wouldn't use the word diet, but
Well, I mean, the lifestyle, like
I mean,
what you
it's-
ingest into your body.
It's
and your
mental
mind.
wellness.
Yeah.
Just as how you need to take care of your body physically,
Yeah.
you should be taking care of your
I mean,
mental.
like I said, I
definitely,
mean,
yeah, I agree.
yeah, I mean, me and this is a comedy podcast. I know it's been very serious for a long time, but like we say black men don't cheat. We did that just the troll Nessa, but deep down inside, we know there's some niggas out there fucking up and messing it up for us. And I still want to use that hashtag.
This day.
you know, so that we can keep the movement going, and hopefully that it can influence younger men to uphold that code of conduct that I consider it to be, so they won't, you know, make the mistakes of, you know, men in the past. And I understand, like, man, I understand. Trust me, like, there are beautiful women out there. You know, there are beautiful women out there. There's, you know, all kinds of ways to get distracted and stuff like that. But if you really truly love your lady, and if you want to be monogamous, and if you're in a monogamous relationship, talk about it. If you feel like you can't control yourself for whatever reason, maybe you should go back to the drawing board. Maybe you should go be single again. Maybe you should open up some talk about non-monogamy. Whatever you do, you don't have to cheat.
Yeah, you don't have to propose to these bitches and have children with these bitches and then cheat on them. Like, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah, them bitches. You say it.
Well, that's basically how they look at them, because why would you propose to somebody that you don't respect? Why would you propose to someone you don't respect? That's how I look at it as. Like, obviously, they're not somebody that you truly care about if you gonna do all of that just to turn around and play with other women. Like,
damn. Yeah. All right, man.
Hey, I don't know. I'm not them, so.
I ain't talking about y'all. We
Right.
already established that.
I never said you were, so you don't have to say that. Like, I'm just saying, I can't defend them, so I'm not finna say nothing. I'm just gonna say I'm not them.
Yeah, not them. I would just say, you know, we could just keep doing it. All we could do is keep doing our part and make that hashtag be a real lifestyle.
Yep.
That's all.
The internet is going to be negative at the end of the day. Always. Like, majority of the internet is always negative, full of trolls, all that. So what's new?
But I would want y'all to not let those trolls affect y'all so much. You know what I mean?
Get rid of them.
Thank you for saying that.
I would not want, you know, don't let them fuck up your peace. Don't let them fuck up your peace of mind. If you know there's real black men out there not cheating on their women, just laugh them off. You know who they are. Just laugh them off. Like, silly nigga. You know what you doing.
Where's that Kawhi laugh, man?
Oh. You know, just laugh them out the room. You know what they're doing. Karma never misses an address.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't miss an address. Sometimes it's always on schedule, even though we think it's late.
Yeah.
Because sometimes motherfuckers want that karma to come sooner, like that motherfucking like Game of Thrones. Everybody want karma to come from Cersei Lannister so bad.
Shaking fist.
Hell yeah. and when the karma came, it was kind of whack, but
well, this is the thing.
But karma did come for her, though.
Yeah. Numerous times, though.
Yeah.
We didn't, you know, everybody was so mad about how she went, but she was catching karma throughout the show, too.
Yeah, she lost all her kids. She got publicly shamed.
They were either killed or they killed themselves. She got publicly shamed.
Yeah, so she went through some shit too. She didn't leave King's Landing unscathed.
Yep, she got locked up.
She got locked up, starved, all that shit. But yeah, man, let's just go ahead and close it out. Shout outs and parting words for anybody? For our guests out here? No.
Shout outs to our guests for coming through.
Yeah, shout outs to
Thank you.
Our ladies.
To our ladies.
Definitely. Thank you.
It was hopefully it was a good discussion. Maybe I'll listen back to it. I'm like, oof, because I can feel it in the air.
Right, the heat, boy.
The heat. Let's hug it out. Let's give a group hug after the show or something.
Gotta do the sandwich method. You started it off good. We had a
I'm not a hugging person.
Meaty,
I'm not a hugging person.
thing. We gotta end it something positive. What we gonna say? What we gonna do? What we gonna talk about? Something quick.
Shout out to Marco for about to be on panel for
Yeah,
Comic-Con.
man.
Yeah, I'm about to be on a panel talking about geek
in
stuff.
Orlando.
And taking me to Orlando.
Hey,
Orlando
do podcast
surprise
stuff.
vacation in August.
Oh my goodness, man! I gotta get my hours up.
you got it.
My job will be like, look, nigga,
You're-
you just went to
you're-
Australia. Now you want Comic-Con off? Now you want this off? The nerve of this nigga. Like, look, man, I got.
You hot in the street.
I'm starting to catch fire, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Trying to make
saying?
something happen.
Trying to make something
You should,
happen,
you should
man.
stand up. You think I'm trying to be here forever? you think I'm trying to make a career out of this place, huh?
Oh my gosh! Don't
No,
do
look.
that. That's the first way to get fired. We don't want that.
If I get fired, I'm
do we?
Lyft driving.
Oh,
I'm Lyft driving. I'm doing whatever I gotta do. Whatever I gotta
And
do.
you pulling up to more events. Yeah, speaking that into existence.
Yes.
Yeah, and getting booked.
I want to shout Nessa out for dropping podcast episodes.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Thank you.
The Real Ness podcast. Go ahead and subscribe.
Yep.
Thank you.
When can the streets listen to you on a weekly basis? Are you just dropping like randomly, or are you making a
Every
schedule?
Saturday.
Yeah, I want to do Saturdays.
Saturday.
That way we don't stress out the engineer. 'Cause working on both episodes. So shout out to you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Hold on, man. I'm sorry. I'm so trash right now. I'm just like so
Yeah,
into
man,
it.
what's up? We gotta keep it. Yeah, gotta keep
Yeah.
that same energy. Let's go.
Let's
Same
get
energy
everybody
from
an
the beginning.
applause.
Yep.
You know.
So I record on Thursdays and release on Saturdays.
That's funny. Like Baskin Robbins ice cream commercial.
Yeah. No, but I'm excited though. Like this is, like I said, this was something that was, a thought, and then
Spoken to
I've
existence.
spoken into existence. Shout out to Sheena, because remember at the
The universe, right?
Yep.
wait, what happened?
We said he spoke into existence, and Marco said the universe, right?
Yes.
LOA.
Keon's event.
Yes.
About your
At
podcast.
the-
Yep.
Yeah, and she calls me up. Like, I'm sitting here trying to cut out pictures from my little vision board, and she calls me up, and I'm like, the fuck am I being up here for? Because she was calling up people that had businesses and, stuff out here in San Diego. And I was just like, what am I going to talk about? She's like, your podcast. And I said, my podcast? She's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. So that was like my first time making the announcement that I was even going to do my own podcast. But it was like, I wasn't even ready. Like I said, it was just a thought. So I wasn't even ready for it to like leave my lips. So when it did, people were supportive. People were kind of like, oh, okay. I sat back down at the table. Someone's like, oh yeah, I'm trying to start a podcast too. What tips did it? And I'm just like, yo, hit up Marco. No, I'm just like, no, but I was just like, okay, that's cool. So fast forward, 6 months later, here I am, actually. Oh my gosh. How did I not know that was going to happen? Having a great team behind me, all of you guys being supportive and just people being supportive, period. Like, not saying that I didn't think anyone would support me, but just like the amount of support that I received, I wasn't expecting, I guess. And like I was telling you guys earlier on the pod, I received a text, someone that just listened to my first episode, and they were like, oh my gosh, I just listened to your first episode and it was really good and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, you just hyping me up. And she's like, no, it was really good. Like, the content is good. I can't wait to be a part of your show, because I actually invited her to be on my first show as well, but she couldn't make it because she started her job at her first, she started her first day at her new job. Sorry, words getting all jumbled.
Her job at her first day.
Y'all know what I meant. But yeah, so I don't know. I really appreciate everyone that's been supportive, and yeah, it's fun. I'm having fun. It's hard. I know it's hard. Like, now I see the stuff that Marco does. I see Amizi over here just working extra hard, and I'm just like, I really appreciate you guys for like having my back and through this journey. So thank you guys. Thank you, everybody.
No problem.
All right. That's what's up.
Catch them on the next recording episode.
All right. She's taking that sound.
Who?
She said that soundboard is hers.
It's gonna be fun.
All right. Shit, is it my turn? Is that it?
Did you? Oh yeah, you did, huh?
Yeah, she gave me a shout out. My shout out, I will have to give it to Nasir Jones out here doing God's work. He just published a children's book entitled "I Know I Can," based off his single "I Can" from God's Son. See how I put that together? Also, that he has linked up with Will Smith to create an app to educate teenagers on financial literacy. Also, I didn't write this down. I also do want to do one more shout out to Jay-Z for providing legal services for the family out there in Phoenix, Arizona, who had the guns pulled on them over a sticky finger situation. So
yeah, he's providing legal services for everybody.
Oh, Jay-Z out here doing God's work too.
Yeah,
you know,
straight up.
You
got any more shout outs?
No. I got
one more.
Oh, sorry. You got who got?
Shout out to Dauche, of course, for just being the dope individual that you are. Make sure you guys check out, well, those in San Diego, of course, check out Thursday's Every Woman event.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You're welcome.
For too kind.
So shout out for just being dope.
Thank you.
All right. You got you?
What?
Easy?
Shout outs to Dauche because she has an event on Thursday, is what I was going to say.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Shout outs to Killen for letting us use this space.
Yes.
And was it Demetrius?
Demetrius Green.
Shout outs to Demetrius Green for getting you in that, in that panel, man.
Yeah. Demetrius
That's
Green.
Big.
Buddy old pal of mine. Go back since high school, man. Yeah.
Shout out to Shooting Your Shot for the podcast.
Podcast movement. I did not expect that at all. They must have checked the nigga's resume.
Like,
they looked at my RSS feed like, this nigga did it for 3 years.
I wonder what the criteria was.
I have no idea, but
consistency.
No, like what I think you're asking, like how did you like?
Yeah, what did they look at? I wonder what they looked into. Like, just
I gave him my RSS feed, my summary.
Oh, you wrote an essay?
I wonder if they had to like listen to.
I don't know if they listened to a couple episodes because there's gonna be majority white folks and
they want a little color.
I might
a little beige.
Token black guy.
Token black guy. Well, I mean
that's transitional. That's what you said.
The transitional black guy.
Oh my gosh.
I've always been the transitional black guy. Every time a girl gets curious about a black guy, they were like, I don't want to go too dark. You look a little safe, little light-skinned boy with green eyes.
Gosh.
No, he's the darkest nigga.
That's the motherfuckers you say fuck you.
See, change the labels. Change the stereotypes and the labels.
Changing stereotypes one day at a time. That's all we could do as black men out here in these streets. All right.
Beige T'Challa.
Light-skinned T'Challa, a.k.a. Beige Panther. If I ever meet Desus and Mero, man, I need to get my AKAs ready.
You mean when?
Oh, the universe.
Yep.
The universe. All right. Shit. Well, I guess that's it, man. So if you enjoy listening to this podcast as much as we love making it, because we do what we love and love what we do, and if you're not being your motherfucking self, know what I gotta say.
The jig is up.
And we out. Black men don't cheat.